Well, you may notice you see more bugs in the summer than in the winter. So what happens to those warm weather critters when it starts to get cold out? Lauren Davis tells us where those bugs go and what to do if you encounter them.
In warmer months, you may be used to seeing insects like bees and grasshoppers everywhere. But as the weather starts to dip below 50 degrees in the fall, they begin to disappear.
There are some that actually will only live 1 year, and as cooler temperatures prevail in the fall, they'll actually begin to die out. Of course, a lot of those will either have eggs or immatures that are essentially in hibernation.
Bugs vanish because most of them don't do well in the cold.
So they go dormant, they shut down. We don't have the food resources for many of them to feed on. So except for the ones that find their way indoors, they go dormant just because of the lack of resources and that interaction with the environment.
If you do find that you're sharing your home with some unwanted guest, there are a few things experts can do.
All pest control operators, we all use restricted residual sprays. We also use dust to combat the problem, or baits.
If your bug problem isn't severe, you may be able to solve your own problem with an everyday household item.
Oftentimes populations are high enough, and on warm days, if you'd use a chemical, they'll just replace themselves in a couple days. So to be honest, just to save in the pocketbook, the vacuum is probably the best way to go right now.
Zeltinger agrees that every bug issue doesn't need professional help.
A lot of issues that people have on a Sunday morning at 7 o'clock or Friday night at 8 o'clock in the evening, you can usually walk them through it and save them some money from having me come out.
He says there are some ways you can limit your chances of pests coming inside.
So it's just little things, keeping shrubs trimmed back from the house and keep your grass cut.
Other ways include keeping your doors and windows shut and closing your garage door when you're not home. For KX News in Minot, I'm Lauren Davis.
Once the weather starts warming up, though, and the snow thaws, mosquitoes and ticks will be out again.